after what feels like a long time, I'm finally going to get this specialised Stumpjumper back on the road. Well, back off the road. So the first thing I'm going to do today is pull the cassette off and tidy these wheels up. Don't know if you can have a look at these, but they're really tarnished and they're not very well. The front bearings are kind of knackered, the back ones need a good wee tune up as well, but these ones definitely need some grease because they're super dry. I just hope I can find a little cone spanner. So I'm going to pop this crappy old quick release off. I won't be needing it again. This one is being replaced by something much nicer, provided it actually comes off. Oofed. This bike's doing its usual nonsense and being incredibly difficult to take apart. I didn't think getting the quick release off was going to be a mission. So true to this form of for this bike, everything is hard to take off. Look at the mess of that. Look at this. Absolutely wrecked. Cassette's going to need a little cleanup. I suppose we can probably get rid of this lovely piece of plastic. It's been on there for 20 odd years. Sorry, it's time for you to go. Seems to engage okay this still, so hopefully that's a good sign. Next I'm going to clean this cassette. Time to dunk this cassette in and give it a good clean. It's got many years of dirt and crap in amongst it, so it might take me a wee while. Cog by cog. I think this is going to be quite a time-consuming job. Next thing, we've got quite a lot of oxidation on the side of the rim from this alloy. Start with the rim on some P2000. I already know that I'm going to need P800. This should look a lot better, and it should also give me a good braking surface. Now I'm going to take this outside and give it a quick rinse. Unfortunately, that's the best I can do until I get a cone spanner on the right side, or the right size for that. Next thing I'm going to do is put a little drop of multi-purpose oil on all the spoke nipples, because I think these are going to be relatively difficult to turn with them being stuck inside for so long. I'll use this little line to be my start point. I think I know I'm going to have to true the wheel and tighten the spokes. Hopefully if I do this, some of them or all of them will turn. Right, all done. So here's a quick comparison between the back wheel, which we've done, and the front wheel, which I haven't started yet. You can see all the oxidation on the hub and on the rim. It looks pretty terrible by comparison to the back one that's been done. There's also grease in the hub compared to virtually no grease in the hub, and it feels dry and rattly. So I'm just going to do the front wheel off camera, and then we'll get to the next step. Sweet, front wheel's done, looking much tidier. Now for the fun part of making them look good and putting them back on the bike. The other thing I did a minute ago was tidy up this lock ring so it's looking real shiny and new again. Quite surprised how well it came up when it looked so terrible. Here we go, nice clean cassette back on, looking the business. I'm going to do something a little bit special for the tyres. I've got these WTB Velociraptors, the ones with the different front and rears, brand new. I don't know if they're an old set or whether they were a remake, but they're the old WTB comp wire bead, using the same tread that I used to use in the 90s. Hey! And let's get these on the rims and see what they look like on the bike. It's going to be awesome. So these tyres are rotational, and you obviously have to make sure you get the front on the front and the back on the back. This is the back, this is the front, and I'm trying to make the labels line up so they're both facing the right direction. The rotation on these should be this way. Yep, that's right, just checking. Got a fresh set of tubes for this as well. These have been sitting waiting for this moment for quite a while too. I'm super looking forward to riding this bike now. Better chuck a little bit of air in it. That should be enough air in this tube so that I don't pinch puncture it putting it on. Get the valve lined up. I've noticed there's been a bit of a shortage in the shops of decent quality 26-inch tubes. I think they must have all been sold out when there was the crazy fix your old bike thing from all the lockdowns recently. Definitely haven't accidentally pinched it, sweet. Make sure this is beaten. Here's an interesting one. What pressure do you think people used to run in the 90s? I used to run like 35 psi so I didn't get pinch flats in the front and rear. Let's get the rear one right with the direction. Should be this way. That's the way it looks right. I didn't bother lining up the logos with the valves or anything. Let me know if that annoys you. Another new tube. Boom. Time to see what these beauties look like on the bike. Oh, got a lovely new set of skewers here. Oops. That's the back one. So let's see what this lovely new set of skewers looks like on. I think these are going to look pretty damn good. Oh man, that looks good. I might have to take a little chunk off the end of this so that the skewer doesn't stick out. That is turning into a brawl looking machine, isn't it? Those tyres seem to work perfect, I reckon. They just look like they're old tyres on an old bike. So she's looking pretty cool with the cassette cleaned up, the new Velociraptors on, the rims all tidied, the hubs tidied up, bit of grease in the bearings. It's going to be a pretty cool bike. And this bike's looking good. So I've got some questions I need to answer. Where can I get a good saddle that will match the look of the bike? I've seen a couple on the internet, but I would like some links and stuff put in the comments down below, please. Next video I'm going to chuck the cables, the derailleur, the chain, the handlebars, the grips, everything else on the bike, and hopefully I'll have a saddle by then. And then I'm going to have a go at riding it. So thanks for watching, and man, this bike looks good, doesn't it? I'm going to stand here and look at it for a while. Ooh. Man, this bike's going to be cool. I'm totally looking forward to it. Yes. Ooh. I wonder if I'm going to need a new headset. That one's kind of a bit shonky. I've done the best I can with it, but you know. Brand new tyres though, eh? Brand new Velociraptors. Oof. They even got the perfect colour scheme for the bike. These Biopace HPs are going to be cool to have a go of as well. I'll just need to remember and make the chain that tiny bit longer. Oh, look at that. That purple's looking great as well. I've got the matching clamp and skewers. I've got the matching clamp and skewers. Oh. Yeah. Should I polish this? So here's the things I need an answer to. Should I polish the seat post? What seat should I get? And that's it.